IT Bakar, Yogyakarta.
My name is Fadzila. I am from SMA IT Bakar, Yogyakarta. And today what I'm going to be presenting to you all is how, if I were the principal, how would I run the school? Ladies and gentlemen, since the majority of us here are students, I want to ask you all a question. How many of you hate getting up in the morning knowing you have to go to school? I'm guessing a lot of you are like that, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm one of them. Why is this? Why is there this problem? It's because we, the students, we think that school is boring, it's uninteresting, and it's definitely not worth getting up for in the morning. Indonesia government believes that the most important thing in education is academics, but that's not true. Academics is only half of education. The other half is called non-academics, where you find music, drama, arts, sports, and community service. So in my school, I want to establish a balance between the two, between academics and non-academics, between music and math, between economics and arts. Moving on to my first major point, what is education? Education is the act of gaining or acquiring general knowledge for a mature life. But many students and many teachers have gotten this mixed up, thinking that a mature life is just in academics. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when I say here general knowledge, it means that we have to be skilled in both academic and non-academic. We have to be able, for example, have social skills to talk to somebody, to help them, like in community service. But you also have to be able to answer a math question on a math test. Right now, education is this. Let's say I'm the teacher and you are all my students. I say 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6, and 4 plus 4 is 8. Then the next day, I give you a pop quiz. And I ask you the questions about the material that I gave you yesterday. So basically, what we're doing here is we're passing back and forth the same information. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not education. In education, we have to talk to one another. We have to listen to each other. We have to engage into the lesson together. So in my school, we sit in circles, not in rows. Why? Because when you sit in circles, you have the ability to be able to talk to one another, to look at each other. If I'm looking at this young lady right here, she's going to know I'm talking to her. Why? Because I'm looking at her. But then the young man over there won't listen to me because I'm not looking at him. So eye contact is important in education. So by sitting in, sitting in a circle, it's not just me talking, the teacher talking, but we're all discussing together about the lesson. For example, in math or biology or chemistry, so that the children don't get bored. So it's not just me talking, rabbling on about, for example, biology, but we're all discussing it together. The next thing is that we have to handpick teachers. Why? Because teachers and students are basically the foundation of the school. If me and my student do not have a good teacher and student relationship, then she is not going to listen to me. Why? Because she is not comfortable talking to me. She won't listen to me. If she has a question, she's not going to ask me. So I have to find teachers who can teach the curriculum in an interesting way, but can also be there for the students, can also be a friend to the students, who will go down and basically be a second parent. Ladies and gentlemen, in my school we also need laboratoriums, auditoriums, and libraries. Why? When you have a library, that means your school encourages you to read, encourages you to learn even. When you have an auditorium, that means your school is giving you the facility to be able to express yourself as an artist. When you're on a stage, you can be whoever you want. When you have a laboratorium, that means your school is giving you the facility to be able to do, for example, lab projects like dissecting a frog or mixing up chemicals for chemistry class. As the principal, I am basically the leader of the school, the president even. I can do whatever I want and I make the choices. But a good leader, a good principal, has to listen to the aspirations of his, or in this case, her students. So if my students aren't comfortable, if they feel unsafe in my school, then I have to do something about it, because my purpose is to be there for them. My purpose is to help them learn, help them be successful in life. Ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of my speech, I pointed out a problem, saying that we don't want to wake up, our students don't want to wake up. But then throughout my speech, I said that we have to balance it out to be able to help these children find the motivation to wake up in the morning, the motivation to help them learn, to help them want to learn. I am not saying the most important thing is academics or it's or the most important thing is non-academics, but I'm saying we have to balance it out. I hope that one day Indonesia's education system gets better, and I hope that I'm there to see it. I thank you all for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Relationship between teachers and students,
Mhm.
right? Open discussions, open communication, and everything. So the teacher's role in the success of the school is key. It's
Mhm.
very critical.
Yes.
So tell me, how will you evaluate and monitor the quality of your teachers? And also, how important the role of parents in this matter?
Okay.
Thank you.
How does the teacher teach? Because I want my students to feel comfortable around the teachers, and I want the teachers to feel comfortable around the students. So I might have a surprise visit to the class, or I might ask students, how is the teacher? So that's for question number one, and then for question number two, education is not just the role of the school, it has to involve the parents. So as a principal, I have to have a good communication with the parents. I have to ask them, what do they want their child to be? How successful do they want them to be? What do they want them to do? So, So I have to have a good communication with them. So if the parents want child to do this, for example, in many cases now, the child wants to go to social science, and the parent wants the child to go to science. So as a principal, I have to help the parents compromise with the child, help them find a point where they can meet. And the parents' role is crucial in education, it's obvious. Because the parents are basically the reason